Welcome to the MICCAI Society Code of Conduct and Harassment Prevention Training. It is important to remain focused throughout this training as there will be a quiz at the end that requires 100% to pass. You will have 3 attempts to successfully complete the quiz. You will need to retake the full training if you do not get a passing grade after the 3rd attempt. You will need to use your smartphone to take the quiz, so please have it ready. The MICCAI Society is committed to creating and maintaining a positive environment that is respectful of everyone's dignity and individual differences. In today's training, we will demonstrate the MICCAI Society's commitment in providing environments which promote fairness and respect and protect suppliers, members, and participants against violence. We will create an awareness of conduct that is considered acceptable. We will learn about how the MICCAI Society provides support and protection to potential harassment victims. We will outline the process to use if harassment or violence occurs, and we will look at the reporting procedures. So let's get started. The MICCAI Society has the following responsibilities: maintaining environments that are free from psychological and sexual harassment and providing resources to support victims and witnesses. Fostering a safe atmosphere for sharing ideas to promote creativity, innovation, and collaboration. Ensuring a safe, inclusive, and respectful environment that celebrates diversity and ensures equitable policies and practices. Implementing robust policies addressing complaints and legislative requirements. Establishing and communicating clear procedures for reporting incidents, including impartial reporting options. Protecting health, safety, and physical integrity through proactive risk mitigation and supportive environments. Acting immediately on complaints or incidents of harassment to demonstrate commitment and ensure quick resolution. The MICCAI Society will enforce the zero tolerance policy towards any threatening conduct, harassment, bullying, or intimidation to ensure a respectful environment for all. Additionally, the MICCAI Society has the following responsibilities: ensuring that formal investigations are conducted when appropriate, communicating the results of these investigations in writing to both parties, the complainant and the respondent, providing transparency and closure for all parties involved. Following up on complaints to ensure that they have been resolved satisfactorily, to maintain trust in the complaint resolution system while ensuring that any ongoing issues are addressed. Maintaining the confidentiality of all individuals involved in a complaint, unless disclosure is necessary for the investigation, corrective action, or it is required by law. This protects the privacy and dignity of all parties. The MICCAI Society will review harassment policies annually to ensure that the policies remain relevant, effective, and in line with current best practices and legal requirements. The MICCAI Society encourages all suppliers, members, and participants to actively seek information or clarification regarding the Code of Conduct. This proactive approach ensures that everyone is fully informed about their rights and responsibilities, fostering a clear understanding of the policies in place. All suppliers, members, and participants have the responsibility to comply with the Code of Conduct. It is a mandatory condition for participation in MICCAI Society events. This ensures that all activities are conducted in a respectful, safe, and inclusive manner. Everyone must adhere to these policies to contribute positively and uphold the standards set by the MICCAI Society. The MICCAI Society Code of Conduct applies universally to all individuals associated with MICCAI Society events. This includes suppliers, members, and participants, ensuring a consistent standard of behavior across all MICCAI Society-related activities. This comprehensive approach ensures that everyone, from organizers to guests, is held to the same high standard of conduct. The scope of the Code of Conduct extends to all types of events organized or endorsed by the MICCAI Society. This includes traditional in-person events like conferences and workshops, as well as virtual activities and social media interactions, ensuring that the principles of the Code of Conduct are upheld in all contexts. The MICCAI Society expects all participants to demonstrate consideration and respect in all interactions. This includes being thoughtful about how one's words and actions may impact others, fostering a positive and respectful environment for everyone. Any form of behavior that is demeaning, discriminatory, or harassing undermines the dignity and respect that are foundational to a supportive and inclusive environment. The MICCAI Society has a zero tolerance policy for these actions. Suppliers, members, and participants are encouraged to remain aware of their surroundings and considerate of the comfort and safety of the individuals around them. This mindfulness helps in creating a supportive atmosphere where everyone can feel secure and respected. In social settings where alcohol is served, excessive consumption should be avoided. Excessive alcohol use can impair judgment and lead to behavior that may be inappropriate or harmful to others. Moderation is key to maintaining a respectful and safe environment. Individuals should be proactive in alerting community leaders or event organizers to any dangerous situations or violations of the Code of Conduct. Timely reporting of such issues is crucial to addressing and resolving them effectively, ensuring the safety and well-being of all. The MICCAI Society enforces a zero-tolerance policy towards violence and bullying. This encompasses physical aggression, threats, disruptive behavior, and verbal abuse. These actions are strictly prohibited and will be prompt immediate action. Personal harassment is also strictly unacceptable. This includes hostile behavior based on personal attributes, unwelcome sexual advances, offensive language, and any unwanted physical contact. The MICCAI Society is dedicated to maintaining a harassment-free environment. Disruptive conduct that jeopardizes the safety and comfort of individuals will not be tolerated. This includes intimidation, stalking, unauthorized photography or recording, sustained disruption of events, and threats. The MICCAI Society will swiftly address and rectify such behavior. Harassment includes any unwelcome verbal or physical conduct related to prohibited grounds of discrimination, such as race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, or other protected characteristics. Recognizing and addressing such behavior is crucial, as it undermines the dignity and rights of individuals. Often, harassment involves repeated behavior, which significantly aggravates its negative impact on the victim. Persistent harassment can create a hostile environment, making early intervention essential to prevent reoccurrence. Harassment is not only unethical, but it's also illegal, as it constitutes discrimination. Under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, everyone has the right to be free from harassment and discrimination. The MICCAI Society is committed to upholding these rights and ensuring a safe and respectful environment for all. Psychological harassment includes any vexatious behavior that manifests as hostile or unwanted conduct. This can be verbal comments, actions, or gestures that negatively affect an individual's dignity or psychological or physical integrity, creating a harmful environment. Psychological harassment can also occur through the abuse of authority. This includes intimidation, threats, blackmail, or coercion, where someone improperly uses their position of power to jeopardize another person's job, performance, or career. Such abuses undermine trust and integrity of the organizational structure. It is crucial to understand that psychological harassment can be constituted by a single harmful act if it has a lasting negative effect. Even one significant incident can have a profound impact on an individual's mental health and well-being. Types of behaviors which may be considered psychological harassment. Denial of personal contact. This occurs when an individual is deliberately ignored or ostracized. For example, If someone no longer speaks to or looks at the person, it can create a sense of isolation and exclusion. Behavior that limits another's participation. This includes actions that intentionally prevent someone from participating fully in work or social activities. Examples include interrupting someone repeatedly, excluding them from meetings, or ignoring their contribution. Punitive techniques. These are actions taken to punish or discipline an individual inappropriately. This might include unreasonable workloads, unfairly assigning tasks, or excessive monitoring of work, leading to undue stress and anxiety. Abusive or derogatory name-calling or language. Using abusive or derogatory language to refer to someone can severely impact their self-esteem and mental health. Name-calling, insults, and offensive remarks are all forms of psychological harassment. Poisoned or hostile environment. Creating an environment that is toxic or hostile through consistent negative behavior, gossip, or spreading rumors can make it difficult for someone to feel safe or comfortable. A poisoned environment can undermine an individual's ability to work effectively and feel part of the team. Understanding these behaviors is crucial for maintaining a supportive and respectful environment. Psychological harassment can have long-lasting effects on individuals' mental health and their ability to perform their job. Sexual harassment includes any unwelcome sexual solicitation or advances made by an individual who has the power to confer, grant, or deny benefits or advancement to another person. The individual responsible for these actions should reasonably understand that their behavior is unwelcome. Such conduct is unacceptable and can significantly impact the victim's professional and personal life. Another form of sexual harassment is the reprisal or the threat of reprisal against someone who rejects a sexual solicitation or advance. This occurs when an individual who is in a position of power threatens or actually takes negative actions against an individual for rejecting their advances. This behavior is coercive and undermines integrity. Types of behaviors which may be considered sexual harassment. Unwelcome sexual advances. This includes any form of unwanted sexual attention. If the attention is not welcome, it is harassment. Requests for sexual favors. Asking for sexual acts in exchange for professional or personal favors is strictly prohibited. This kind of behavior is not only unethical, but also a clear violation of the MICCAI Society's code of conduct. Inappropriate or unwanted physical contact. Examples of this include touching, hugging, patting, or brushing up against someone without their consent. Unwanted comments or jokes about a person's sexuality or sexual experiences. Making someone uncomfortable by discussing their sexual life or making sexual jokes is harassment. We must be mindful of our words and how they might affect others. Displaying sexually explicit images or materials. Showing or distributing pornographic material in any form is unacceptable. This kind of behavior creates an uncomfortable and hostile environment. Making sexual gestures or suggestive body language, such as winking, leering, or making suggestive movements is inappropriate. Sending sexually explicit or suggestive messages, emails, or texts to share inappropriate content is harassment. Professional interaction should always remain respectful. Making derogatory or offensive remarks about someone's gender or sexual orientation or slurs related to gender or sexuality are harassment. We must respect everyone's identity. Stalking or persistent unwelcome pursuit, such as following someone or repeatedly contacting them against their will, can significantly impact an individual's sense of safety. Discussing or spreading sexual rumors about someone's sexual life or spreading false information is harmful and unacceptable. Inappropriate or offensive comments about physical appearance in a sexual manner is harassment. We should avoid making personal remarks that could be seen as offensive. Sexual coercion or threats. To force someone into sexual acts is not only harassment, but also a serious criminal offense. This kind of behavior is entirely unacceptable. What is meeting place violence? Meeting place violence includes any use of physical force or aggressive behavior that results in or has the potential to cause physical injury to another person. This type of violence is strictly prohibited and will be addressed immediately to ensure the safety of all. Examples of physical acts of violence include hitting, shoving, pushing, kicking, sexual assault, and throwing objects at a person. Other dangerous actions, such as kicking an object that a person is standing on or attempting to run them down with a vehicle or equipment, are also considered violent and unacceptable. Threats, behaviors, or actions that are perceived to have the potential to harm or endanger others, lead to acts of aggression, or destroy or damage property fall under meeting place violence. These actions create a hazardous environment and must be reported and addressed promptly. Disruptive behavior such as yelling or swearing is also considered a form of violence. Such actions can create a hostile environment and interfere with the safe and respectful conduct of events. What is racial or ethnic harassment? Racial or ethnic harassment includes any behavior or comment that humiliates an individual due to their racial or ethnic background. This can encompass color, place of birth, citizenship, or ancestry. Such conduct is harmful and unacceptable, undermining the dignity and respect of the individual. Making unwelcome remarks, jokes, or innuendos about someone's racial or ethnic origin is a clear form of harassment. These comments can be deeply hurtful and create a hostile environment. Harassment can also involve negative comments or behaviors related to an individual's color, place of birth, citizenship, or ancestry. These actions are discriminatory and contribute to a toxic atmosphere. Displaying racist or derogatory pictures or offensive materials is a blatant form of harassment. Such displays are not only disrespectful, but also perpetuate harmful stereotypes and biases. Insulting gestures or practical jokes that target someone's race or ethnicity can cause significant embarrassment and discomfort. These actions are demeaning and contribute to a negative environment. Refusing to communicate or collaborate with someone due to their racial or ethnic background is a form of discrimination and will not be tolerated. What is not harassment? Fair and unbiased managerial actions like promotions, training, and discipline is not harassment. Normal conflicts or disagreements is not harassment if handled respectfully and constructively. Experiencing stress is not harassment, but it is important to manage stress effectively. Working under difficult conditions is not harassment. A lack of social skills is not harassment. Mental health problems or personal conditions are not harassment. Occasional respectful compliments is not harassment, provided they are welcome and appropriate. Mutual consensual hugs between friends is not harassment, provided personal boundaries are respected. Mutual attraction relationships is not harassment if it does not negatively impact individuals or the organization. Ensure personal relationships do not influence professional decisions or create conflicts of interest. Personal relationships should not disrupt individual or organizational effectiveness. Professionalism must be maintained at all times. Where can harassment occur? Harassment can occur during any official MICCAI Society function. This includes conferences, workshops, seminars, and any other events organized by the MICCAI Society. Harassment can also take place at event-related sites such as hotels, conference centers, and other venues where the MICCAI Society events are held. Travel associated with MICCAI Society activities, including transportation to and from events, can also be a setting where harassment occurs. Harassment is not limited to physical location. It can occur during phone conversations related to MICCAI Society activities. This includes any verbal interactions that are part of official duties or responsibilities. In today's digital age, virtual meetings are a commonplace for harassment. This can happen during video conferences, webinars, or any online communication platforms used by MICCAI Society business. Harassment can occur in any location if the individual is there due to their responsibilities or relationships associated with the MICCAI Society. This includes social gatherings, informal meetups, and any other interactions connected to the MICCAI Society. Unresolved conflicts can escalate and contribute to a hostile environment. It is crucial to address and mediate conflicts promptly to prevent further issues and maintain a positive atmosphere. Tolerating derogatory attitudes or comments can normalize negative behavior and lead to a toxic environment. It is important to challenge and correct such attitudes to foster a culture of respect and inclusivity. Inadequate stress management can affect individuals' well-being and performance, leading to burnout and decreased productivity. Mental health problems can arise or be exacerbated by a negative environment. It is important to promote mental health awareness, provide support, and create an environment where individuals feel safe to seek help. A hostile or unwelcoming environment can lead to a reduced membership and participation. Ensuring a positive and inclusive atmosphere encourages engagement and retention of members. Poor communication can lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and a breakdown of relationships. Encouraging open, respectful, and effective communication is key to maintaining a cohesive and supportive community. Now we will look at the definitions within the scope of a harassment investigation. The term complainant refers to the individual who initiates a complaint, believing they have been subjected to violence or harassment. The MICCAI Society commits to supporting complainants and taking their concerns seriously, ensuring a thorough and fair investigation process. The respondent is the individual accused of committing the act of violence or harassment. The MICCAI Society is committing to ensure that respondents are treated fairly during the investigation, with their rights and dignity respected. The Code of Conduct officer plays a pivotal role in maintaining the integrity of the Code of Conduct policy. This officer ensures that the policy is communicated effectively, provides support to participants, follows up on complaints promptly, and conducts thorough investigations. Maintaining confidentiality is crucial, and the officer ensures that only necessary parties are involved. The officer also informs complainants of the final outcome, ensuring transparency and closure for all individuals involved. What is the internal complaint process? It is crucial to report any incidents of violence or bullying immediately to ensure the safety and well-being of all involved. Prompt reporting allows for swift action to be taken, preventing further harm and ensuring a safe environment. If personal harassment occurs, the MICCAI Society encourages individuals to address the person directly if they feel safe doing so. This can sometimes resolve the issue quickly and informally. They should clearly state that the behavior is unwelcome and request that it stop. If addressing the person directly is not feasible or does not resolve the issue, individuals should seek support from a Code of Conduct officer. These officers are trained to handle such situations confidentially and can provide guidance and support in resolving the matter. What is the formal procedure to report harassment? You can choose to send an email that includes the following details: approximate date and time of each incident. This helps in identifying the context and sequence of events. names of the persons involved, clearly identify who was involved in the incident. Names of any witnesses. If there were any witnesses, provide their names as they can offer additional perspectives on the incident. Full description of what occurred in each incident. Be as detailed as possible. Describe the actions, words, or any other relevant information to paint a clear picture of what happened. Alternatively, you can fill out the online incident report form available online at the link you can see on the slide or by using the QR code on the slide. This form will guide you through providing the necessary information similar to what would include in an email. Knowing how to report harassment formally is vital for ensuring a safe and respectful environment. Whether you choose to send an email or complete the online form, the key is to provide detailed and accurate information. It is important to understand this process and commit to supporting one another in maintaining a harassment-free community. The MICCAI Society will approach every complaint with an open mind and a supportive attitude. Upon receiving a complaint, the MICCAI Society will intervene promptly using appropriate tools and strategies. Both the complainant and the respondent will receive support throughout the process, ensuring both parties understand the steps being taken and provide reassurance that their concerns are being addressed fairly and thoroughly. Regular assessments of events location will be conducted to identify and control psychological hazards. This proactive measure helps create a safer environment by mitigating risks early on. The MICCAI Society will engage all stakeholders in ongoing dialogue and preventing psychological harassment and protecting everyone involved, including suppliers, members, and participants. Regular audits and risk assessments will be conducted, followed by a concrete action plan to address any identified issues. This ensures continuous improvement in our safety measures. The MICCAI Society will reinforce the importance of a healthy and safe environment by ensuring values align with harassment prevention policies. This alignment makes it clear that harassment of any kind is unacceptable. Policies related to psychological health and safety will be reviewed and updated at least annually. This ensures they remain relevant and effective in addressing new challenges and changes in the environment. The MICCAI Society is committed to taking comprehensive actions upon receiving a complaint. Immediate interventions, ongoing support, and preventive measures will play crucial roles, reinforcing its commitment to maintaining a safe and respectful environment for everyone. What is the investigation process? The first step in the investigation process is to notify the respondent about the complaint. This ensures that the respondent is aware of the allegations and can prepare to participate in the investigation process. Then, thorough interviews will be conducted with the complainant, respondent, and any witnesses or individuals who may have relevant information. This helps to gather comprehensive details about the incident from multiple perspectives. Next, collect detailed statements from all parties involved and document them meticulously. Accurate documentation is crucial for an objective and thorough investigation. If needed, outside assistance such as legal counsel, health and safety consultants, or local police will be sought to ensure a fair and legally compliant investigation. This step is important for handling complex cases and ensuring all aspects are covered. After gathering all relevant information, the Code of Conduct officers will provide their recommendations to the MICCAI Society Board Subcommittee on Disciplinary Affairs. This subcommittee is responsible for reviewing the information and making an informed decision. The subcommittee will thoroughly review all collected information and issue a decision based on their findings. This decision-making process ensures that the outcome is fair and just. A written report detailing any corrective actions taken will be provided to the concerned parties. This report ensures transparency and clarity regarding the decisions made. An appeals process is available for individuals who wish to contest the corrective actions taken. This ensures that all parties have the opportunity for a fair review of the decisions made. The MICCAI Society will protect the privacy of individuals involved, disclosing information only as necessary for investigations or corrective actions or as required by law. All investigation records are confidential and will not be disclosed except as required by law. Corrective action. The subcommittee is responsible for evaluating the seriousness of behavior and determining appropriate corrective action. Actions are proportional to the severity of the incident to ensure fairness and justice. Possible measures can include removal from events. This may be immediate, preventing the individual from participating in ongoing or future events, suspension or termination of membership. Depending on the severity, membership with the MICCAI Society may be temporarily suspended or permanently terminated. Revocation of awards. Any awards or recognitions may be revoked. Notifying the individual's employer. In some cases, it may be necessary to inform the individual's employer about the behavior and the corrective actions taken by the MICCAI Society. If it is found that a participant has knowingly made false statements, immediate corrective action will be taken against them. The MICCAI Society takes corrective actions seriously and aims to ensure that they are proportional to the severity of the behavior. It is equally important to address fraudulent or malicious complaints promptly to maintain the integrity of the process. Let's commit to upholding these standards to foster a safe and respectful environment for all. The key measures used by the MICCAI Society to prevent harassment are a clear and comprehensive harassment prevention policy that clearly defines what constitutes harassment, outlines reporting procedures, and specifies consequences. A code of conduct that sets the standards of behavior expected from all. It serves as a guideline for acceptable and unacceptable behaviors. Listening and empathy. By encouraging active listening and empathy in all interactions and being attentive, the MICCAI Society will quickly identify and address issues before they escalate into harassment. The MICCAI Society will quickly address conflict and find mutually acceptable solutions. The Code of Conduct Policy and Harassment Prevention Training, which covers the different types of harassment, how to recognize them, and the steps to take if harassment occurs. Preventing harassment requires a multifaceted approach. By implementing these measures, the MICCAI Society commits to creating a safe, respectful, and supportive environment for everyone. These materials will be emailed to the trainee following completion of the training. You will receive reference materials that are for managers, suppliers, members, or participants. What to do if you are harassed, what to do if you are accused of harassment. We have come to the end of the session. I want to reiterate that the MICCAI Society is committed to fostering an environment that is safe, respectful, and inclusive for all stakeholders. Throughout this training, we have explored the various facets of MICCAI Society Code of Conduct, emphasizing the collective responsibility to uphold these standards. We have discussed the importance of providing environments free from psychological and sexual harassment, encouraging free expression, and ensuring the safety and dignity of all individuals involved in MICCAI Society events and activities. We have also outlined the robust procedures in place for reporting incidents, the steps taken to investigate complaints, and the corrective actions that may follow. MICCAI Society's aim is to act swiftly and fairly, maintaining the highest standards of confidentiality and integrity. Remember, the strength of community lies in shared commitment to these principles. By working together, you can ensure that the MICCAI Society remains a welcoming and inclusive society where everyone can thrive and contribute their best work. In conclusion, we encourage you to take these principles to heart and to act as an ambassador of the MICCAI Society's Code of Conduct in all your interactions, fostering a community that reflects MICCAI Society's core values of respect, fairness, and integrity. It is time to take the quiz. Using your phone, scan the QR code on this page. The quiz requires 100% to pass. You will have 3 attempts to take the quiz before needing to retake the training. Good luck!